Hi, I'm Elspeth Lewis, and I'm a mindfulness coach with Pause to Be. I'm also co-author of a book called Mindfulness for Challenging Times, which I co-wrote with 26 other mindfulness teachers from all around the world during lockdown this year. And we released that in May with the funds going to the World Health Organization. I also have quite a lot of experience of being a student, as I originally trained as an architect, so studied for 7 years and spent 5 of those at university. I started out in Belfast, which is my hometown, and then moved across to Glasgow to do my master's degree at the University of Strathclyde, which was about 2 decades ago, and I haven't gone back since. So I'm all aware of the highs and lows of student life, but really the current situation is very much in my heart at the moment. I'm all too well aware of how difficult things are for students and staff in all of these institutions across Scotland. I'm really grateful to have been asked to share a mindfulness meditation with you today. Mindfulness is actually something that we can weave into everyday life, so it can become a part of our lives. We don't have to go out and do anything extra. We don't have to sit and meditate for half an hour every day. That is certainly another way to practice mindfulness through meditation. But even just sitting for 3 minutes, 1 minute, or even just taking 3 nice mindful breaths can be a mindful practice in itself, or bringing mindful awareness to an activity that we're already doing. So maybe walking or eating or showering, just simply allowing our awareness to be in that moment. And we bring attitudes, certain attitudes to our mindfulness practice. The key attitudes are to be compassionate and kind and warm and welcoming and friendly to our present moment experience, no matter how challenging that might be. What we do know is that when we try to shut out an experience that we're having, when we try to push that away or to deny that it's taking place, we tend to struggle more. So acceptance is another key attitude, or a willingness to be open to what's taking place. So with that in mind, I'll introduce some of the other attitudes as we go through the practice today. But I just invite you now to settle in. I'm going to sound a bell and invite you to listen to that bell ringing out to welcome us into the practice. And the key thing here is comfort. So tuning into what is going to feel best to you, whether that's sitting or lying down, simply making sure that the body is supported and really comfortable and really held by the surface wherever you're lying or sitting. You might like to allow the eyes to gently close, or perhaps drop your gaze, soften the gaze a little, just noticing what feels right with you at this moment. And perhaps just setting an intention to be in the moment, to be present as best you can, and to give yourself permission to be here now. To give yourself permission to switch off any distractions, knowing that this isn't a selfish practice. This is a practice that not only benefits ourselves, but also those around us, our friends, peers, family, colleagues. And beginning with an attitude of real friendliness and warmth to this moment. bringing an element of curiosity. We've never been in this moment before, so we don't actually know what might unfold. So whether you're sitting or lying, just noticing now how your body is held and supported, and just allowing the body to be supported by the earth, allowing gravity to do its job, noticing all the points of contact between the body and the earth, having a sense of awareness of the whole of the body resting just now, from the soles of the feet all the way up through the whole of the body to the crown of the head. And just noticing any sensations that might be taking place in the body right now. Bringing awareness to any sensations with curiosity and an element of warmth. And then when you're ready, shifting your awareness now to the breath and noticing where you feel the breath most strongly in the body. Knowing that the breath is another bodily sensation. And the breath is something which continues to take place even when we sleep or we move our attention elsewhere. The body knows how to breathe all by itself. And just noticing where you're feeling the breath right now. Perhaps in the rise and fall of the chest. Maybe you notice the abdomen rising and falling, or the rib cage expanding and releasing. Or perhaps you notice the air in the nostrils. Maybe you feel the air in the throat as you breathe in and breathe out. And just seeing if you can allow this to be an effortless process in the same way as the waves roll in to the shore and roll back out to the ocean again. Seeing if you can simply allow the body to receive and then release the breath. And you probably notice that the mind has wandered, and that's perfectly normal. That's what our minds do. You might simply notice where the mind has wandered to, perhaps a pressing thought or maybe a distraction of a sound. And just noting that, and if it feels right to you, bringing awareness back to the breath once again. And then when you're ready, now shifting your awareness from the breath all the way down the body to the soles of the feet. Bringing awareness now to the toes, the balls of the feet, the arches, the heels. And seeing if you can bring this curious, friendly attitude to the feet. Noticing if there is a difference in temperature between the left foot and the right foot. Or are there different sensations present in the left foot and the right foot? Bringing your awareness now around to the tops of the feet. Maybe even feeling any energy inside the feet. Shifting awareness up to the ankles, the lower legs, the soft calf muscles, the shin bone. Noticing any sensations that are present here. As you breathe this warm, welcoming awareness in and out of the lower legs and feet. Knowing that your mind will wander. Again, perfectly normal. That's what our minds like to do. And simply noting where the mind wants to go to. And inviting awareness now back to the knees. Noticing any sensations taking place here. The kneecap, the sides of the knees, and the soft underside of the knees. Breathing a mindful sense of awareness into the knees. Noticing also any thoughts that pop up as you move your awareness around the body. Noticing any critical or judgmental thoughts about the body. Seeing if you can meet these with kindness and warmth. Shifting awareness now up to the upper legs. Just noticing any sensations that might be taking place here. Feeling any energy that's present in the denser thigh muscle, the bones. Breathing a sense of awareness in and out of the upper legs. And now shifting awareness to the buttocks, the pelvis, the hips. And noticing how that feels to have scanned the body up to the waist. Breathing a sense of awareness in and out of the spaciousness of this part of the body. Seeing if you can simply accept things just as they are at this moment, with this sense of friendliness and warmth and curiosity. Perhaps you've noticed something you hadn't already noticed. Shifting awareness now up into the torso, the lower back, the mid-back, the shoulder blades, the rib cage. And bringing that awareness around to the front of the body, the belly, the chest, and noticing expansion and release in this part of the body. And shifting awareness now on up into the shoulders, noticing any tension that might be present here. We often hold tension in the shoulders, perhaps just breathing into the shoulders. And as we breathe out, allowing a sense of release, a sense of letting go of this tightness and tension that might be present in the muscles here. Now breathing this mindful awareness into the arms, from the shoulders all the way down the upper arms to the elbows, to the lower arms, into the wrists, and into the hands, all the way to the fingertips. And just noticing any sensations that might be present now as you breathe this mindful awareness in and out of the whole of the arms. Noticing any sensations in the hands, any sense of coolness or warmth. Feeling inside the hands. And now shifting your mindful awareness all the way from the fingertips, back up the arms to the shoulders. Just allowing the breath to flow in and out of the body, from the neck all the way down to the soles of the feet. Allowing this part of the body now to rest. And then bringing attention into the neck. Noticing any tension that might be present in the back of the neck, knowing that this is a really common place for us to store tension. Checking in with the sides of the neck, the front of the neck, the throat, the voice box. Shifting awareness now up into the jaw. Noticing any tension that might be present here in the jaw. Moving awareness to the chin, the mouth, the lips. Maybe now just bringing a small smile to the lips if that feels right with you. Smiling towards yourself. Allowing that smile to extend on up through all of the muscles in the face, into the cheeks, the cheekbones. Bringing awareness to the nose, and perhaps noticing the temperature of the air as you breathe in and out of the nose. Bringing awareness to the eyes, to the muscle between the eyebrows, the forehead. Notice if you're perhaps frowning. Bringing an element of warmth as you extend that small smile upwards through the whole of the face. Shifting awareness to the sides of the head, to the ears. Bringing awareness now around to the back of the head. And if you're lying down, noticing the contact between the back of the head and the surface on which you're lying. Simply allowing any muscles to soften a little as you rest. And then shifting your awareness on up to the scalp, the very top of the head, the hair. And just resting awareness here now at this space just above the crown of the head, and just noticing any sensations which may or may not be present here. Just bringing some curiosity as you practice. And noticing too how that feels. Now that you've scanned from the soles of the feet all the way up to the very crown of the head. Perhaps there's a sense of relief at having got through the whole of the body. Or perhaps something else is present for you. Perhaps you're able to feel the body truly resting. Whatever your experience is the right experience for you at this moment. Knowing that your body is perfect, whole and complete as you rest in awareness. And breathing in this sense of awareness into the whole of the body, from the soles of the feet all the way up through the entire body, through every cell to the crown of the head. And breathing out this sense of awareness from the crown of the head all the way back down through the whole of the body to the soles of the feet. You may choose to rest here a little longer, but simply bringing this attitude of real warmth and friendship to this moment, knowing that no matter how you feel that went for you, that this has been an act of self-care towards yourself, taking this time, if you have got this far, is something to be really proud of. So as I sound the bell to bring this practice to an end, I just invite you to use this space to check in with yourself and perhaps even ask yourself this compassionate question: what can I do to best help myself right now? So having taken this time to check in, you might have noticed hunger, thirst, tiredness. Perhaps there's been a pressing thought that kept popping up. Or perhaps you've noticed a challenging emotion. And just noticing what's present for you and asking yourself this question: how can I best look after myself in this moment? And that would be a real further act of self-care to put that into action. So just sound the bell as we end the practice. And in your own time, when you're ready, I just invite you to bring your awareness back to the space around you. If the eyes have been closed, just allowing the eyes to open, really noticing what you see around you. Perhaps just giving the body a nice stretch. If you've been in the one position for a while, maybe stretching out the arms, the back, just noticing what feels right to you. And thank you once again for taking the time to practice today.